Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. Welcome, guys. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. As you can hear, I have no voice because my family loves to karaoke now. I guess that's a new holiday tradition that we're doing, and I have no voice. So let's continue to have fun, guys, because man, oh man. It is just nothing but pure awesomeness in my household. That's all I gotta say. But Happy New Year's, everybody! Happy New Year's! Oh my God, it's 2025. I haven't seen you guys since last year. It's been a while. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button on your way in. Please, everybody, hit that like button. Good morning. Good morning, Aquavation. Welcome. Happy New Year's. Insanity. Good morning. Welcome. Merry 2025. What's up, Delusional? Ronnie, welcome. Tua. What about? Good morning, Steve. JC in the building. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. Hit that like button. Hit the like button. Let everybody else know we are live. Appreciate you guys' flexibility. You don't understand. I have had no sleep since last year. It's been rough, guys. It's been rough. So, man, I'm so tired. It's been a long one for me. So far, it's been very long so far this year. Oh, Lord. But you know what? We make it happen, anyways. We make it happen. I appreciate you guys so much for coming through. Hit that like button, guys. Drive Gabriel at 2 o'clock. God, no. No more Samoa Hawaiian Polly. Okay, JC. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Thursday, Miss Fins. Hope you and your family had a well and good this year. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it. We did. Good morning, True Blazer. Welcome. Welcome to a new year, Miss Fins. Thank you. I haven't stopped drinking since the new year. Been great. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Guys, we got a ton for you guys today, as always, for our AFC East show, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. It is our AFC East show, like we do every single AFC East. Happy Hanukkah to everybody. Happy New Year's for everybody that's celebrating. Thank you so much, guys. Man, it's 2025 already. This is pretty. I almost feel like it's already um a super interesting year so far, because there have been so many different things that's happened with us, that I almost feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm happy. I'm nervous. I'm happy. I'm nervous. Oh, oh, Lord. So many different things that's happened so far in our division alone, that you're almost like at all, because so many implications, so many different implications. Obviously, to start off, thank you, Lord. We've got a chance. Dolphins still got a chance. There is a chance. You got the Patriots with the number one overall seed. We're gonna talk about all that. You've got the Jets and Rodgers. Like, what's going on? It almost makes you feel like, at this point, um, where do we stand? Like, oh wow, so sorry. Oh, whew, man. Ooh. Mm. Blessings to me. Oh, it's already so much. So I'm super excited to dive in. So many different narratives, you know. Uh, uh, I don't know. Me personally, I'm excited. Sorry, give me a second, because I'm trying to finish my very last one so we could talk about this, because I'm looking to have a lot of fun today. Now, fingers crossed, I'm not gonna stop each time, which I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I should be good for today. But life, guys. What can I say? It knows exactly where to kick you. Um, but thankfully, I haven't really had too many issues, thankfully. So, if you're just coming in and tuning in, guys, thank you so much. Hit that like button. We're trying to get to 50 likes. Is the very first show of the year. Let's do it with a bang. Shout out to everybody in Twitter, Twitch, and watching live. Thank you guys so much. If you guys can do me a favor, come over here to YouTube so we can start discussing this. Man, we have so so many things to discuss, and I think that it's gonna be a lot of fun, honestly. There you go. Just trying to set this up. Okay, let me leave that one for last. We're gonna come up here. I'm just gonna start off. Let me just rip off the band-aid real quick, because I almost feel like I have to. There you go. Those two. One second. Okay, boom. We are good to go. So before I start it all off, Let me go ahead and finish out all my hellos. The Jets could have Jesus and still find a way to Jets. That's funny. What up, Mark from X? Welcome. Thank you so much for watching from X, man. I appreciate you. If you have a second, Mark, you can go ahead and click my the link on my bio on Twitter, so you can go ahead and come over here to YouTube and really enjoy this with us. And subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Miss Phins, high of 32 degrees for Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Oh, we're going to discuss it. Don't worry. Love your show, Miss Phins. Thank you, Jeremiah. Happy New Year's to you. Michael K., welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Go Phins. Ooh, I'm loving the little Funko Pop. Happy New Year's to you, too. Just by 13, of course. Hi, DF. Welcome. Happy New Year's, guys. Okay, now that we got all those awesome things off, guys, we're going to go ahead and continue. I'm here now. Oh, well, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Really do appreciate it. Really, it helps out the channel so much, guys. And you'd be surprised. I know maybe it seems like we're always asking a million times, but it's the truth. Temperature doesn't matter until I ain't playing. Good morning, Michelle. Happy New Year's, girl. I haven't seen you since last year. Oh my gosh. I hope everybody had a blessed and awesome, awesome New Year's and they really enjoyed it with their families and stuff. I will take a quick second though. I want to say Happy New Year's to everybody, even if you're catching the replay or not, or you're watching us live. Happy New Year's to you, to your family. I wish you guys many, 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 many blessings. I wish you guys nothing but prosperity in this new year, fun, laughter, joy, excitement, uh, great health, great wealth, and everything you're looking for. 2025 comes here, and you have nothing but awesome abundance in your entire life. You, your family, your friends. I just had to start off the new year with that. So thank you guys so much. And I'm sending all this to all of you guys watching, not watching. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And God bless you guys because it's the new year. We got to start out right. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this puppy started. What's up, Miss Fans? Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to his injury problem. Oh. I'm continuing my last year resolution by not hitting the like button. Thanks, Michael K. Happy New Year's, Miss Finch. Thank you so much. Happy New Year's to you, CB83. If they just had Jesus, I'm confident that winning the Super Bowl would have been his second greatest miracle. Yo, that's funny. That's really funny. Okay. Let's start it off because we got to start out with a punch here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Patriots somehow, some way find an absolute way, and I mean an absolute way, to fully get destroyed. Another week in a row, ladies and gentlemen. Patriots lose to the Chargers 40-7. But one thing they were able to accomplish, guys, they have the number one seed overall, guys. The number one seed. Nobody's up there. With their 3-13 record, they have officially captured the number one seed. There are three other teams, and I'm going to go over that later, that also have 3-13, but because their strength of schedule is less than anyone else, they're currently sitting at the number one overall seed. So by losing, they're still winning because if you know the Patriots, my opinion, they're not picking a number one overall at all. They're gonna trade back, maybe a few spots, give a team that's looking for a quarterback to move up and be able to go ahead and gain, pick up more draft picks to try to fill in the gaps that they have. But they have lost to the Chargers. As you can see here from the AP, Herbert tosses 3 touchdown passes and Chargers secure a playoff spot with a 40-7 rout of Patriots. A spontaneous celebration rippled through the LA Chargers locker room after their resounding 40-7 win over the New England Patriots. Coach Jim Harbaugh grabbed blah blah blah. Yeah, that was a shellacking. I will give it up to the Patriots um by not getting it's a blowout. But to get shut out, ugh, that's even worse. And they didn't get shut out in that second quarter. They were able to pull up a touchdown, which is good. But as you can see, that Patriots defense needs a lot of work. Justin Herbert, 26 of 38, 281 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, which is good for him. Drake May, a rookie, who I'm actually very bullish on, who I think with more protection, better weapons around him, I think the Patriots should move forward with him as their quarterback. 12 of 22, 117 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He just needs more reps, needs a little bit more help and time to develop. You got J.K. Dobbins, 19 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown for the Chargers. And Gibson, 12 carries, 63 yards for the Patriots. Lad McConkey, 8 receptions, 94 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And Douglas, for the Patriots, 4 receptions, 46 yards, and a touchdown. Ladd is actually doing pretty well as a rookie, so not surprised. Now, the Chargers were favored by 4.5 points. They absolutely destroyed that number. It was zero shot for the Patriots to have won that game. Now, they did have a turnover, the Patriots, but you can tell it wasn't even it was a combination of the Chargers offense being dominant, the Patriots defense just really being bad. Plus, they were missing a few other guys in the secondary. I'm fully aware, but still, it was just a bad performance by the defense for the Patriots and the offense. Although they tried, you guys have to understand with Jim Harbaugh, he's pretty good with his defenses. If you take a look at the teams that he's actually coached in the NFL, so seeing them be able to stop the Patriots offense again, although not a good offense, 27 points, it's to be expected, obviously. And like before, Chargers have officially clinched the sixth overall spot in the playoffs in their first year with Jim Harbaugh as their new coach. So when people tell me that coaches can't change cultures in a year, it takes time, I call 100% manure because Jim Harbaugh came in this year and completely changed the attitude, the whole culture of that team. It went from we need our offense to do everything because our defense can't do anything to nope, we're gonna have a balanced offense. We're not gonna put everything on our quarterback. We're gonna give him an opportunity to have a run game. We're gonna try to protect them as much as we can with the O line. Don't get me wrong, the Chargers still need a lot more to get better, but the attitude, the culture that Jim Harbaugh brought to the Chargers, you can tell completely changed the trajectory of that team. So with that balanced offense that they have, you can tell they're going to be a problem moving forward. And now you add in the fact that he's going to get the quarterback that he wants, plus he's going to get the defense that he's going to want, because I know he's going to work on that defense too. This is going to be a problem, and it's going to be one of the top tier teams in the AFC moving forward. Mark my words. Now with 428 yards versus the 181 yards the Patriots had, it wasn't even it was just it was a cakewalk for the Chargers. But let's be real, Patriots weren't really trying to win, so you could all say that. You could also say that. They were trying to honestly not to get injured. And now having 40 minutes on the field for that Patriots defense, come on. Like you're not you're not going to You're not gonna win games by giving up 40 minutes to the opposing team offense. It's just not gonna happen. But over there in Foxborough, they were able to go ahead and get that win, that giant win, and completely destroy the Patriots. We're gonna talk about the rest, obviously the games coming up, but in reality, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this game ended up being what most of us thought it would be. Um, a blowout. There's no other way of putting that. An absolute blowout, and it was. So there you go. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. You guys are the best. Hit that like button. Let everybody else know that we are live. Appreciate every single one of you guys for coming through. Thank you so much. Let's see who ends up being. You know what? It's the New Year's. Whatever. I'll do it. Let me see here. Um we'll do a small one. There you go. All colors count. Let's see here. Uh, there you go. Let's see. Again, granted, I'm very grateful for everybody, but I just put in a little goal. Let's see who ends up being the first super chat of 2025. I appreciate you guys, but I just have to say it. So there you go, guys. A lot of you guys, oof. See, I knew that whooping was coming. Content creators couldn't convince me. Of course. Of course. If New England picks at one, the team should be taken from the owner. I agree 100%. Travis Hunter would be my pick, and he'd play both ways in packages. If you have Travis Hunter as the number one pick, well, I wouldn't take him as the number one pick, but if you did draft him, I'd have him focus on one side of the ball and give him packages for the opposing one. But having a player in the NFL is different when you're playing versus 18, 20-year olds and you're playing with grown men in the league. So I don't think that's gonna happen. Personally, I'm just saying. So again, you guys can choose what you want, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna talk about the next game. The Bills beat the Jets. No, let me rephrase that, guys. The Bills destroyed the Jets 40-14, ladies and gentlemen. What many are saying this could be Aaron Rodgers' second to last game in the league. According to the AP, Bills clinched the AFC number 2 seed with a 40-14 rout of the undisciplined Jets. Josh Allen reflected on Buffalo's many offseason critics and doubters when asked about the Bills achieving their latest milestones while sewing up the AFC number 2 with a 40-14 rout of the unraveling and undisciplined New York Jets on Sunday. Guys, it wasn't even a question. Let's be 1000% honest. We already knew the Jets were jetting, period. I will give it up to them getting those last minute touchdowns to by Tyrod Taylor to try to go ahead and get not to get, you're already getting blown out, but not to get the shutout. I gave them that. Congrats on getting those last minute touchdowns. Bills didn't really care and they weren't trying to get injured. So for them, they're looking ahead into the playoffs. Why would I put myself in a position to lose players when I need them for the playoffs, right? Nope. So they didn't really care for the for those 14 points being scored. But man, you can tell the Bills are absolutely looking ahead into the playoffs. That was one of the things that you can tell. They really wanted to make sure that they went into the playoffs with their engine revved all the oils getting through every part of the engine, and that transmission in the car was fully ready to go. So that way, when they face their opponent in the wild card weekend, they got all things going. Now, did they rest some guys? Yes, but overall, you knew that the Bills wanted to finish out strong and take that momentum into the wild card. So that's gonna be very interesting. But they're absolutely looking ahead. They're not even worried about the Jets, if we're gonna be honest. The other thing too, man, the Jets are super tanking. I mean, we kind of already knew this, but this is even more than what we expected, in my opinion. Because if you take a look at it, this was supposed to be the year. Oh, Jets finally get to have Aaron Rodgers. They finally get him his weapons. Finally get to see the Jets are only a quarterback away. They told us, right? And it's funny because I'm and I got so much slack. And I said before the season started, in my very last prediction, I said I got the Jets winning 6 or 7 games. Like, oh, Miss Fitz, that's ridiculous. They're going to be number 2 in the division. Watch. They might even win the division. I was like, okay, sure. No way did I think they were going to take the division, A, because until it happens, nobody's taking it from the Bills, and that includes my Dolphins. But B, I just didn't really see. Oh, I gave them the respect. I actually thought they'd be third in the division. Guess what? They're third in the division. But I didn't think that they were going to get anything done. I just didn't believe in what the Jets were doing. And then it got confirmed when they fired after week 4 Robert Saleh. I'm like, there's no way they're getting anything done. Because typically teams, they get a little bump, they win a few games for their new interim head coach to try to get the momentum and get it out there. Man, these guys have been awful. But I know the reason. They got rid of Saleh, and what people didn't understand is Saleh was the reason that defense was going. This team, the way it was constructed, it was winning because of the defense, not the offense. That we all knew. But when you take away the head coach, who's a defensive head coach, from a young defense, it's like they were running around with with like chickens with their head cut off. It was kind of sad to watch, to be honest with you. It just kind of proved to you that the Jets made a bad decision. Either you fire Salah before the season starts or after the season. Because I still think they might have actually gotten maybe 9 wins, maybe even 10 wins. They might have been playing for the playoffs. Because again, he would have had that defense going. And then although that offense hadn't been clicking really, the team feeds off each other. And I think, man, if they won 7 with Zach Wilson, yeah, I think they would have won 7 with Salah and in this team this year. But they did what they did. Man, they thought they could do better by not having Salah. He needed to get fired. Okay. Down the drain. And right now they are super tanking, people. Super tanking. I mean, it is so bad. I mean, if you take a look at this game, they just had no shot whatsoever. And then those last minute touchdowns were really just to kind of save face. Aaron Rodgers, 12 of 18, 112 yards, 2 interceptions, guys. Awful, awful, awful gameplay. Josh Allen, 16 of 27, 182, 2 touchdowns. Even that was a bad game by Josh Allen, and somehow he still made it. Like, Brees Hall, 10 carries, 45 yards. They needed more from him. James Cook, 15 carries, 53 yards, 1 touchdown. He did what he normally does. Those are kind of his average for the season. Yeah, Garrett Wilson, 7 receptions, 66 yards, 1 touchdown. It's what's to be expected from Wilson. Could he have maybe cut a few more and maybe perhaps gotten a few more yards? Yeah. extended a couple plays, yes. But guess what? That's what they ended up getting from the extremely bad play by Aaron Rodgers. And Shavers for the Bills, one reception, 69 yards, touchdown. That made it happen for the Bills. Like, we expected a blowout by the Bills. They were favored by 9.5, but this was such a ridiculous blowout. It was just ridiculous. Look, at no point did the Jets had a shot at winning this game, and we knew that. 281 yards for the Jets versus the 348. Three turnovers by the Jets, and two of them from Aaron Rodgers with those two egregious interceptions. Now, both teams got pretty much the same first down, 20 for the Jets, 23 for the Bills. But at the end of the day, the Bills were able to capitalize on the possessions they had versus the Jets, period. And that's what made the difference. The Bills, 31 minutes versus the 29 minutes that the Jets had in possession, the time was pretty much split even. So you can't even say one way or another that, oh, they had the ball more, so they had more opportunities. No. Even the touches that both teams had was pretty much the same. It just extreme lack of execution by the Jets, the main reason why they lost. And that execution is top to bottom. From the coaching, who's absolutely over his head. I mean, I feel bad for Ulrich. He is a DC. He is not a head coach. He should have never been put in this position. And right now, they're looking bad. Ladies and gentlemen, they are looking bad. But what do you expect? It's an interim head coach. Not good. Not good, not good, not good. So right now, this has been very tough for the Jets, not being able to capitalize at all. And the Bills again, they're doing their thing. Jets are now 4-12. They are still top 10 in the tankathon, and which I'll show you later. But this isn't good for the Jets whatsoever. Ladies and gentlemen, is Aaron Rodgers retiring? Did you hear about Aaron Rodgers and what he is considering at this point? Is this the last game we're going to see this upcoming week from Aaron Rodgers? Because that's what the rumors are saying. They're saying that Aaron Rodgers is looking to retire. This is huge. Aaron Rodgers is due for big money by the Jets last year, this year, and I believe even next year. But even so, Aaron Rodgers retiring, he would be kind of the last of the old guard for quarterbacks, if you take a look at it. Does he actually end up retiring after he plays the Dolphins, if he plays, this upcoming Sunday? Or is this it? Did we see the last game versus the Bills? I don't think we saw the last game versus the Bills. I think he will play versus the Dolphins. But regardless, Aaron Rodgers retiring? Whoa. Because a lot of people have been saying, hey, Aaron Rodgers got plenty of fuel. He can go ahead and make it happen. He can go ahead and play till 45 or whatever. But it looks like the game is catching up to him. It looks like his body's not taking it. Or it could be him just choosing not to do anything and not really perform. Now, does he have great throws here and there? Yes. Great moments? Yes. Um, Great drives? Yes. But so far, he has been extremely inconsistent. You can see the disappointment by him because this offense is just not gelling like they expected it would 2 years ago when they brought him in. Unfortunately, last year he had the Achilles heel and he was literally gone in 60 seconds. Uh, but they should have at least gotten at least 8 wins this season. At least 8 wins this season, just to better what they did last year with Wilson. So right now, the rumors are out there. He kind of hinted it on the Pat McAfee show that maybe perhaps this might be his last game that he's about to play versus the Dolphins. This again would be kind of like the last surviving dinosaur of the old guard of the last 25 years. And now the younger quarterbacks like your Josh Allen, your funny enough, your Josh Allen, your Tua Tagovailoas, your Sam Darnold, all these other guys, Jared Goff, you know what I mean? Your Sam Bradford, all these guys that are really within the last 5 to 8 years. This is now their era, the Mahomes of the world, the Lamars of the world. That era, of these newer quarterbacks, that's really the last 8, 9 years. But Aaron Rodgers really is 20 years almost. So at the end of the day, you have to consider this is a major announcement. If he does end up not playing after this season, some people say he might come back next season. I believe the Jets still owe him 50 million. If he comes back, he might come back just to get the check. Does he need the money? No, guys. We already know he's got plenty of money. But maybe he may want to redeem himself from such a bad outing this year. Maybe he's dealing with a lingering injury that we don't know. That's something that a lot of people might not even be considering. But to me, it's very interesting because whenever guys have the mentality of, man, I might be calling it quits, more often than not even that season, but for sure the next season, they're definitely already have a foot out the door and they're looking to go ahead and just um keep it moving. Right now, they're not really considering maybe perhaps sticking it out anymore. But can you blame them? I mean, he's been here for a while. He has a ring. And so he's going to eventually go into the Hall of Fame. 4-time MVP. But it's up to him. But it's also up to the Jets, too, because if I'm not mistaken, the Jets have a say whether or not he plays. And it will be extremely interesting if by somehow, some way, Aaron Rodgers gets released by the Jets. Maybe the new GM, the new head coach might be like, maybe we don't want him anymore. That would be very, very interesting. So that would be very interesting. We have to wait and see. We definitely have to wait and see. But ladies and gentlemen, again, if you're just coming in, thank you so much for coming through the AFC East Week 17 recap. The AFC East show. Appreciate it. It's the first show of the new year. We're very excited, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Hit that like button. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This is awesome to have all of you guys come here and enjoy this with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, guys. On your way in, please hit that like button. Please hit the like button. We want to get to 50 likes. That'd be great. We can only do that with you guys. So go ahead and make that happen. Hit that like button for us. Let everybody know. Really do appreciate it, guys, so much. And if you're watching anywhere, please, if you're enjoying the show, come over here to YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe. Let everybody else coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming through. Good morning, Cat for Live. Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome, welcome. Miss Phins, Happy New Year, Mama. Many, many more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cat for Life. Not so breaking news. No Miami Dolphins players made the Pro Bowl list. It was released. Not one of them. To be honest with you, I think that's even sadder. The fact that the no Dolphins players even made it. Not even Tyreek, Mr. Number One player. That I mean, he's probably gonna be like 47th this upcoming year. That's crazy. I thought maybe he might sneak in because the name recognition, but not one player making it. Ooh, that almost makes me not even want to go because I got offered to go. And now I don't even know if I want to go. Not even one guy. Now, don't get me wrong. Maybe one of our guys might make it as an alternate, but to not have not one guy at even a fullback, oh, that's crazy. Not even middle fingers in the air, Ramsey. I saw that post. That was interesting, but yes, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nobody made it. I agree. I agree 100%. Smith deserves it. Let's be real. Um, Honestly, I thought maybe perhaps Sealer might get an opportunity, but not really. If you take a look at the other plays, but I'm like Alec Engel maybe because fullback, not many that people, but really who I'm very most surprised that didn't make it was Sanders. I don't know how Sanders didn't make it because Sanders has been top 5 kicker in the league this year. So I don't know how Sanders didn't make the Pro Bowl. Maybe he lacks the name recognition, but the man he's top 5. So I don't know how Sanders didn't make it. I for sure thought that no one else should have made it, to be honest with you. But I thought Sanders perhaps would actually make it. I really thought Sanders would make the Pro Bowl as a kicker because to me he's been a top 5 kicker in the entire league. In the entire league. So not surprised. Not surprised. Kelsey didn't make the Pro Bowl this year? Or did he make it? He probably did make it, but Alcovision says he didn't have a Pro Bowl season. Yeah, but name recognition. It happens, dude. It happens all the time. So you kind of almost have to, I don't want to say laugh, but, kind of almost have to laugh about that. What up, Tony in the building? Good morning, Tony. Jonathan Smith could have made it over Travis Kelsey, though. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm running with that today. No Pro Bowlers in a Super Bowl window year. That's the 2025 scoop today. Of course. What's up, Cat for Life? What's up, Shake Money in the building? Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year's to you guys. Everybody, go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you guys. And thank you so much for coming through the new year, man. We're so excited. This is the AFC East show, our very first show of the 2025 year. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming through, guys. Really do appreciate it. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Allen or Lamar MVP? Yep, we're talking about it, people. We are talking about it. Why are we talking about this topic? Because I know it's very interesting. And that's why I wanted to talk about this topic. It's Allen or Lamar. Some people might even be saying, should it be Sam Darnold? Look at Sam Darnold and look at what he's been doing over there with Minnesota. A lot of people are saying it should be. It should be one of these guys making it. And I'm almost like, I mean, yeah, but yeah, I mean, some people believe that Josh Allen's gonna get it because of voter fatigue. Lamar already got it last year. Is he gonna go ahead and have it again this year? Um, Me personally, I find it to be very interesting, guys. Because at one point, with the way that Josh Allen beat the Lions, which is a top three team in the league, the way they beat them, the resiliency to be able to beat the Lions, I was like, ooh, I think, I think Josh Allen might have secured the MVP, right? But then you come and you check it out and you see what Lamar is doing left and right, and you're like, holy smokes. Lamar is cooking with fireworks at this point. Like the man is just amazing. But then you've got a Sam Darnold that a lot of people are making a case. Look, his numbers are very comparable to these other players. Like, why are we just sticking to, oh, it's got to be one or the other? Like, why can't we take a look at the fact and see that maybe perhaps it should be um a Sam Darnold that we consider? Even a Joe Burrow? Maybe? Hmm? Maybe even a Joe Burrow? Joe Burr? I mean, I'll tell you this. I know I've heard people say if Joe Burrow gets the Bengals from being 1-3 or 0-3 to then winning and getting into the playoffs and getting his team into the playoffs, some people say because it is a regular season MVP, we know he's got the numbers as far as the yardage, as far as the touchdowns, as far as the games he's played. But he doesn't have the record because he has one of the worst, if not the worst, defense on earth. And you're almost like, dang. Mm, maybe it should be. Mm, maybe it should be him. I don't know. All I know is that right now people are making a case for those other two guys, for Sam Darnold and for Joe Burrow. But no, guys, I still think it's gonna be between Lamar and Allen. I've heard people say, "Oh well, Lamar, he's got Zay Flowers, he's got Mark Andrews, but that's it. Oh, he's got Derrick Henry, he's got a whole team around him. Does he really though? I mean, I give you Derrick Henry there. All right, it's Derrick Henry, but it's not like Derrick Henry is the sole runner of that team because it's not. He's not. That's the thing that I sometimes I'm like, I wonder. I'm like, do people see this or not? Because yes, although they do have Derrick Henry, guess what? Lamar's still up there when it comes to rushing yards. Funny enough, so is Josh Allen. These two couldn't be more alike than people think, to be honest with you. Half the time I'm thinking these guys are thinking I'm running first before I'm throwing this ball. Both of them. Because a lot of people want to put that on just Lamar Jackson. And no, Josh Allen does the same thing. The same thing. And I understand. It may not be Prime Henry, but it's still Derrick Henry, though. It's still Derrick Henry. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about maybe Saquon should win and he got 2,000 yards in the 16 games. You know, he's technically 101 yards away from getting the overall record. But guess what? Saquon Barkley already said, nope, I'm sitting out week 17 or week 18, game 17. Because he already knows, even if he did break it, he wouldn't even be breaking it for real. Because guess what? It being 17 games. Oh, well, of course, that asterisk will always be there. Well, of course. He broke it. He had a whole other game to play. He didn't want to hear it. He's like, look, I got the 2,000 yards. Only 8 other players in the entire league of all time have gotten 2,000 yards. So some people advocate for Saquon Barkley too. But we all know it should be called the quarterback most valuable player or the MVQB because 99.9% of the time they give it to a quarterback anyways. Which is why I'm not even considering Saquon Barkley, even though I personally think, yeah, he should be heavily considered as an MVP of the league. Because guess what? You're more likely to win a Super Bowl than you are of getting 2,000 rushing yards in a season. It's insane. It's insane. So when you're taking a look at the team, when you're when you see the Dolphins, not the Dolphins, when you're seeing the Bills doing what they're doing, being so effective, being so efficient. When you're seeing Josh Allen, this is statistically one of his best years, but for one major stat, and that is his extremely low number of interceptions. This one year over other years, he's actually protected the ball. He's finally protecting the ball. Before you could have, man, shoot. Before you could have easily been like, yeah, he's got great numbers, but he's got double digit interceptions. Like, I mean, what do you want? It's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like it just didn't make any sense. So most people, obviously, they're probably thinking, man, this is the first time we're seeing this kind of production out of Josh Allen, having so many minimal interceptions. Maybe this might be the time he actually gets the MVP. But then you take a look at Lamar's numbers and you're like, ooh, hold up. Wait a minute. Lamar pretty much has the same numbers as he does, and they're better. Oh, Miss Phins, what do you mean? Don't worry, because I know you guys love to say it, so let me help you out. Here you go. Let's take a look at them. 3,731 passing yards for Josh Allen, 10th in the league. 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. That right there, for that alone, congratulations, Allen, because you've been pretty bad your entire career. His QBR 76.7. Ooh. What about Lamar? Don't worry. I got him up here too. 3,955 yards, 39 passing touchdowns, tied for second. Ooh. 4 interceptions, 8 QBR. Ooh. Now, some people might bring up, well, Josh Allen has been playing with a broken hand. True, true. I'm not going to deny that. He's been playing with a broken hand. Okay, yeah. We don't make excuses for nobody. You see the numbers. Here's the Allen in passing, because everybody's always talking about how, oh, Lamar's only got him because he's got rushing yards. Well, guess what? Josh Allen does the same thing. He's got almost 200 yards more than him in passing. He actually does have over 200 yards in passing. 28 touchdowns to 39. That's 9 more passing touchdowns than him and 2 less interceptions. His QBR is also higher by 1.3 points. Better QBR. But okay, no worries. Let's take a look at some more stuff. Let's take a look at the 2024 passing, right? Let's start out with Josh Allen. Josh Allen, ladies and gentlemen, 307 completions out of 483 attempts, 63.6 completion percentage. That's actually pretty decent. Averaged 7.7 in his passing game, 64 his longest. His QBR, 101.4. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Let's take a look at Lamar. 300 out of 442. 67.9 completion percentage, ladies and gentlemen. His average, a whole other yard more. 1.2 yards more average per game, per play, or pass. 8.9. 39 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. 84 was his longest. Passer rating, 121.6. So I understand why some people want to say, man, this is Josh Allen's time. Look at him protecting the ball. Look at what he's doing. This is the best you're seeing him. And guess what? This is the best we have seen Josh Allen. And let me add to this. In a year when, number one, they haven't been favored to win the Super Bowl like they always get favored. Number two, and this is probably why, less pressure. Everybody said, yeah, they're in a semi-rebuilding because he doesn't really have that many weapons. Or weapons where you could say, holy smokes, okay, he's got this guy. Now, let's not pretend like he doesn't have some weapons, because he does. He's still got James Cook. He's still got Amari Cooper. He's got weapons. He's still got Kincaid. He's still got Knox. He's got his guys. So we're not going to just pretend like he doesn't have nobody. Yes, he does. But it's comparable to what Lamar has on the opposite end. So this is very interesting to me personally. How close these two players are. This is Lamar's numbers. These are Josh Allen's Allen's number. One major difference: the completion percentage much better for Lamar. Yardage better. These are passing numbers, guys. I'm not even adding rushing numbers. We're going to talk about those in a second. Just passing numbers. Because that's typically what a lot of people want to rag on Lamar for. Oh, he can't be, you know, that good because he can't, all he does is run. Guess what? So does Josh Allen. So let's take a look at those rushing numbers. Oh, and in the last 5 games, win, 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 loss, win, right? For who? For what's his name? For That was for Allen. This is for Lamar. Win, win, win. Lost, win. Both of them. Let's take a look at the rushing numbers now, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Take a look at the rushing numbers. These are Josh Allen's number. I don't know why I can't say his name. I don't know who Allison is, but they're stuck up here for some reason. Josh Allen's number in the last 5 games alone, just the last 5 games. 17 yards, 30 yards, 68 yards, 82 yards, 18 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rushing touchdowns. Holy smokes. That's really good. That's really good. And how many carries? This is 11, 22, 32, 35 carries in the last 5 games. Just the last 5 games. Let's take a look at Lamar Jackson's. Only 2 touchdowns? What? What? So the so-called run first quarterback only has 2 rushing touchdowns in the last 5? Out of how many carries? What is this? 13, 19, 19, 29, 30. Hold on. You had 16, 29, 35. 35 carries, so pretty much the same as Josh Allen. But only 2 touchdowns, guys. Only 2 touchdowns. Now his yardage, though, a lot more than Josh Allen. 87 yards, 22 yards, 65 yards, 79 yards, 15 yards. So you're getting a lot more yardage to extend plays from Lamar, but really only 2 touchdowns versus Josh Allen, who gave you yardage, not as much, but the man literally had 7 touchdowns on the ground game. So let's add those 7 touchdowns to Josh Allen. How many did he have? 28. 28 plus 7, you're looking at 36 touchdowns. 35 touchdowns. 35 total touchdowns for Josh Allen. Okay. Let's add Lamar's then, because there's only 2 more. 41. Even with the extra rushing touchdowns, he's still 6 touchdowns less than Lamar Jackson. Miss Phins, but all you're looking at is just stats. You gotta take a look at gameplay. Take a look at situational play. Yeah, I'm taking a look at situational play. Of course, I'm taking a look at situational play. And situationally, both players have had really good gameplay versus tough teams. But don't worry. Let me pull up the schedule for both players and let's see overall. How do they look? Okay. Let's take a look at Josh Allen's. Somewhere over the sea. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so this is Josh Allen. Ladies and gentlemen, out of his entire regular season, what big teams has he actually beat? Okay, Detroit. Won to Detroit. That's a good team. Playoff team. It's a really good team. Kansas City beat Kansas City 8. That's 2 right there. Let's go. That's it. Oh, head-to-head matchup. What? No way. What do you mean? Head-to-head matchup. Yep, this head-to-head matchup. And loss. Although it is a game, it's a team game. I get it. Their offense only put up 10 points. But that's 3 teams. So let's say out of 3 great teams that they played: Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit. You could even put, let's say, 4 teams. The Rams. 4 teams. Josh Allen went 2-2. Went 2-2 with those 4 good teams they played. Let's take a look at Lamar. Maybe Lamar did better. I don't know. We'll see. You got Pittsburgh. Great team. Philly. Another great team. Chargers. Are they a great team? Yeah. You can say that. Pittsburgh again, but that's divisional, so we'll talk about it later. Cincinnati's a bad team. Let's not pretend like it's not. Denver, mid team. I'm talking quality opponents. Buffalo, beat them. There's 4 teams. Kansas City, 5 teams. So let's see how many playoff teams. How many playoff teams did they actually play? Chiefs, and lost to them. Buffalo. Tampa Bay's a playoff team. Washington's a playoff team. That's four teams right there. Pittsburgh, that's 6. Chargers, that's 7. Philadelphia, that's 8. Houston, that's 9 playoff teams. And obviously Pittsburgh, they played twice divisional. That's why I didn't count it. You mean to tell me that Lamar and the Ravens have played 9 playoff teams, 10 playoff games opponents, because Pittsburgh twice, 9 playoff teams. Let's see how did they do that. 1 win, 2 wins, right? And a loss. Okay. 2 losses. 3-2 so far. 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, 6-3. Nope, I did that wrong because I'm missing. I gave them. Let's see, against the city. Yeah. Start again because Pittsburgh. So if we don't count, well, we have to count the 2 games versus Pittsburgh. So Texans a win. That's 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, 5-2, 6-2. Yeah, 6-3. 6-3. 6-3. 6-3, ladies and gentlemen, versus the 9 playoff teams they played, or 9 playoff games they played. 6-3. Let's take a look at Josh Allen. He only played 4 playoff teams: Detroit, Rams, Kansas City, Houston, Baltimore. That's 5. That's it. It's 5. 5 playoff games. 5 playoff teams that they played. That's it. 5 playoff team. Is Seattle even in the playoffs? I don't know. Let's see. Gotta double check because they're NFC. So let me see. Nope. Just as I thought. They're not. 5 playoff games. Okay, let's see how did they do. They beat Detroit, to me, one of his best games by far. 1-0. Lost to the Rams, 1-1. Kansas City beat Kansas City 2-1. Okay. Lost to Houston 2-2. Lost to Baltimore 2-3. Lamar in the 9 playoff caliber teams that he played went 6-3. Josh Allen in the 5 games went 2-3. Yeah, but he beat Detroit Lions, the number 1 team in the well, top 3 team in the league. There's no doubt about that. And the 2 number 1 teams. Let's say 1 and 2. You could flip a coin. Kansas City and Detroit. He beat both of them. Does that carry more weight than the other wins? At the end of the day, a win is a win. But if you're gonna put it into context, yeah, man, those are 2 huge wins for Josh Allen and the Bills. 2 huge wins. Again, wins come for the entire team. Some people say it's a quarterback stat. Some other people say it's not a quarterback stat. At the end of the day, did you put your team in a position to win? More often than not, the quarterback, like almost always, is one of the major deciding factors for that. But the two teams, again, both of them have played versus playoff teams. Lamar has played double the amount of playoff teams. Has a much better record versus those winning 500 teams. Now you want to go head to head? Bills beat Kansas City, and if I'm not mistaken, Lamar lost to Kansas City, right? Let me just make sure. Yep, lost to Kansas City. Okay. Even head to head with each other, Lamar and the Ravens blew out the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Blew out the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. 35-10. That's head to head. Even versus Houston, they both play Houston. Ravens 31-2. That was nasty work. And I think, yeah, guess what? Bills lost to them 23-20. That's the head to head right there. A team they both played. So when I hear, ladies and gentlemen, that some people are considering Josh Allen to be the MVP over Lamar, I understand why. The gameplay, the teams they've played against, these 2 teams between the Bills and the Ravens are top teams in the division, guys. What about the overall record? Okay. Overall record. Let's see. I believe Bills are currently. Let me check here real quick. Yep, Bills are 13-3 overall. Better than the Ravens. Ravens are 11-5. Not taking that away. So Bills are still winning despite Josh Allen. And the Ravens cannot win without Lamar Jackson. So does that mean that as the most valuable player to their team in the season, wouldn't that also be considered? Hmm? Hmm? It's a question. You know, you can answer it. That's why I asked who should be MVP this year, Allen or Lamar? They're having some of the best gameplay by quarterback that you could expect and that we've seen in a long time. The level of consistency and high play from both of these quarterbacks, absolutely phenomenal. One of the major reasons why I'm a football fan, because I get to watch good football, even if it's an opponent in my division or the conference. So we can't take this away, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is both of these guys should be MVP. But at the end of the day, they're not doing co-MVP. One of them will be MVPs. And guess what? Ravens, their next game, they're going to be playing. Ravens are playing the Cleveland Browns. Divisional game. 4 o'clock on this Saturday. 4:30 on ESPN and ABC. Divisional game. Divisional games are always hard. Always hard. That's why when a team loses to a divisional opponent that's way worse than them, I'm never surprised because guess what? It's a divisional game, guys. They see you twice a year. They know exactly who you are and what to expect. So are they going to lose to the Browns already? Probably. Maybe not. I don't think so. I think they'll beat them. It's all about matchups. We'll see. But this absolutely tells me this is going to be a fun game to watch. It's going to be a fun game to watch. And I think that this week 18, it's kind of both quarterbacks are playing bad teams. Josh Allen playing the Patriots. That's who he's playing. And he's playing on Sunday in Foxborough at 1 o'clock. This is gonna be two power teams playing versus two bad teams. Let's see what the teams do. Do they have their quarterbacks play or not? I think the Ravens will have Lamar playing because guess what? The Ravens are still in battle for that divisional win. If the Ravens win versus the Browns, they lock up the division win and they remain at third overall in the standings for the playoffs. But if they lose and Steelers win because of their head-to-head matchup and the conference record, Pittsburgh will win the division. So you can bet your bottom dollar that Lamar Jackson will be playing on Saturday at 4:30 p.m. versus the Browns, and you're going to see one of the best games out of him because his team will need it in that divisional game. And if Josh Allen wants to continue to have that MVP talks for him, he's going to have to come out and play. He's going to have to come out and play. But to me, it's very interesting. I'm looking forward to both games because so much is riding on the third seed for the AFC conference as far as playoffs. So Lamar has to go ahead and ball out. And so much is riding for Josh Allen if he really wants to be the MVP. Those are the only things, in my opinion, that are going to be very interesting moving forward between these two. The last week of the season, what kind of numbers are you going to put up? What kind of show are you going to put up? Because all the voters, they're going to be watching. And they're going to be asking, ooh, was this enough? Did he do enough? I get it. Both players are playing, divisional rivals. Both divisional rivals are bad. But how did you perform? Were you the most valuable player in that game? And let's see. Again, I thought Josh Allen got it when he played versus the Lions, number one overall in the NFC. And the way that he ended up winning that game, put that team on his back and actually got that win. Man, one of the best games in the season. One of the best games in the season. One of his best games in his career, in my opinion. I thought, after this win, I think he did it. I think he locked it up. But then again, here comes Lamar kicking butts and taking names, and then you're like, holy smokes, I don't know. This is like a heavyweight bout going the distance to round 12, you know? Ding ding ding. Who's gonna get it? Uh, 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 like who's gonna get it, people? I don't know. It's so good. Like it's awesome. As a football fan, this is exactly what you want. You want great football, and right now these two players, man, they're giving it to us. Just depends on what the voters are gonna end up doing. Now, they could give it to Josh Allen because of fatigue of Lamar getting it. He's already won what, two MVPs? If he wins it this year, he'll end up getting back to back for the first time in his career. And it'll be back to back since Rodgers got it a few years ago. But if we're being honest, if you're going to take a look at the games, even again, 6-3 versus 9 playoff teams, Lamar is 2-3 versus 5 playoff teams. Although 2 of them were the number 1 seeds in the conference, each conference, it's still 2-3 versus those good teams. So it's a lot to be weighed. We gotta see exactly what ends up happening and what the voters end up valuing more, because honest to God, it really is up to them. And we'll see. But you let me know. Put in the chat, put in the comment section. What do you think? Who do you think is gonna win MVP? I think it's gonna be a lot of fun trying to predict that. So we gotta just wait and see for week 18 and what they end up doing. And if you're back, ladies and gentlemen, and you're watching, thank you so much again for being here. Week 17 recap. We're going to be doing our week 18. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. I know a lot of people saying Saquon Barkley should be it, but man, it's just some people are saying Sam Darnold. Even Sam Darnold's numbers are better than Lamar and Allen in certain categories. And you're like, holy smokes, should Sam Darnold get it maybe? Ooh. Ooh. It's another monkey wrench. But it's a fun one, right? It's a fun monkey wrench. I mean, what can I say? It is pretty good. Not gonna lie. It is pretty good. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, but yes, if you're just coming in, guys, thank you so much. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button for us. I still got more for you guys. Ooh, it's an awesome show today. It's definitely an awesome show. So go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that like button, guys. What's up, Sal? Welcome. Remember, Bill's window was broken and closed, not making playoffs without that bum Diggs? Yeah, but he changed it so far. Jackson or Barkley deserve it, but they will give it to Allen, says Timothy, probably. Vincent says, great show. Thank you so much. Not done. Man, we still got a lot more to talk about. We got a lot more fun to show. Guys, the Miami Dolphins beat the Cleveland Browns for another win, baby. Phins for the win. Yeah, you thought I forgot about the Dolphins? Absolutely not. Of course, it's the AFC East show, so I have to talk about the other teams, but I also have to talk about this team, our Dolphins, which is part of the division. And right now, with that 20-3 win, ladies and gentlemen, we just keep dropping in the draft order from 12th to 15th now. But yes, Miami Dolphins right now are, I don't even know what to tell you. We're a soap opera, okay? Because left and right. I'm almost like, what's going on here? Like, I don't know what to expect anymore. I'm being super serious, ladies and gentlemen. These Dolphins, back office, front office, all office, it is crazy what's going on right now. I'm telling you right now, but I'm loving it. The drama, the everything. Huntley this, Huntley that, two of this, two of that. Greer, McDaniel? What is Russ doing? It's all here, ladies and gentlemen. But first off, guess what? The Dolphins got the win, baby. We survived another week. I'm so happy. Yes, we survived another week. According to the AP, Huntley fills in for injured Tua Tagovailoa leads Dolphins past Browns 20-3 to keep playoff hopes alive. Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, I'm so happy. Just makes me so happy. Just makes me so happy to see that. Tyler Huntley stepped up in for Tua Tagovailoa and stepped up for the Dolphins, according to the AP. Thank you so much, my man. Thank you. Look at that. Scoring, 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 scoring. Every single quarter, we were scoring. Exactly what we needed, ladies and gentlemen. And we got it from our boys. So happy. I'm so happy right now. Very happy with our performance. Why? Because we got another opportunity to continue. Now, there was at one point where I was like, okay, it's not over till it's over, but I'm not feeling too confident at this moment. First quarter, boom, 3 points. Okay, let's go. Should have been a touchdown, but whatever. We got the kid. Money Sanders, baby, let's go. Second quarter, they score, we score. Another one. 6-3 at the half, ladies and gentlemen. I'm super nervous. But what does the Miami Dolphins do? They march down, and not your quarterback, not their quarterback, my quarterback, Tyler Huntley. Oh, he scrambles. Oh, no. Am I going to go out of bounds? Am I going to go to... No, I'm not. I'm coming right back in, and I'm making it to the end. So, ooh. Yes, baby. Tyler Huntley gave you exactly what you needed there. A touchdown in that third quarter. In that third quarter, we needed that touchdown to create some separation, making it what? 13-3, ladies and gentlemen. It's still not over. Okay? 13-3 is still too close for comfort. But at least our offense was scoring and our defense was creating opportunities for our offense by getting poof. Let's get some punts going from the Browns. Let's get some 3-and-outs. Shut them out in that first quarter, but I thought we have a trash defense. They scored a field goal. Okay, fine, whatever. Multiple opportunities the Brown left on the door for them to score touchdowns and field goals, but our defense came up and pounded on them. Man, it was awesome. It was glorious. It was glorious. Fourth quarter. Let's go. What is his name? Jonnu Smith, the first of his name. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Jonnu with the touchdown Dolphins. To really put it out of reach. 20-3, ladies and gentlemen. Making it a super double-digit win by the Dolphins. Oh, my God. I was so excited. I was so happy. I was so happy. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Tyler Huntley, 22 of 26. Even though one of them was a spy, so we're not really counting that, but whatever. 22 of 26, 225 yards and a tutty. A passing tutty. And a rushing tutty. 2 total touchdowns. And DTR, because he's got a long name, 24-47, 170 yards, 1 interception. Tyler Huntley again as our leading rusher. I mean, not that I'm happy about that because you know how I feel about quarterbacks also being the leading rushers. I don't want to put my quarterback in a bind and overusing them. But hey, do your thing for us to get the win, right? 7 carries, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. Foreman, 14 carries, 49 yards for the Browns. Then Tyreek Hill was that a Tyreek sighting? Let me adjust. Oh my God. That is the cheetah. That is the cheetah. Okay. Finally. Finally. Tyreek showed up. Let's go. 9 receptions, 9 for 9. 105 yards. Let's go. Let's keep chains going. Move the chains. Move the chains. Move the chains. Oh my gosh. It was awesome. In the middle, on the outside of the numbers. Like, Tyreek was everywhere. Jared Judy, 12 receptions, 94 yards for the Browns. Good on you, sir. Didn't get 100. Now, the Dolphins were favored by 6, so they're expecting, 10 points maybe? Nope. 17-point win, baby. Why? And I said this. In order for the Dolphins to win, we have to score 30 points. I'm going to stick on that puppy. But if the defense outperforms its numbers and the league average, then our offense may not have to score as much. Man. It's just, oh God. And let me put it to you guys that they had one little tiny shot, but we said, screw you, and said, nah, we got this. Guys, one thing that made me happy even more, the more I think about it, is the fact that Tyler Huntley didn't even take all the snaps this past week. It was Tua Tagovailoa that took those snaps. It was Tua that took the snaps. And you're like, what? Tua? Yeah, Tua took the snaps. Most of them. And then last minute, I'm bruised, so I can't play. Huntley, you're up. Okay, sir, I got you. And he got us. I mean, these numbers are practically the same with one major difference. 280 yards for the Dolphins, 276 for the Browns. 0 turnovers by the Dolphins, 2 by the Browns. 18 first downs for each team. Time of possession couldn't get more even, man. 30 and 30 at this point. And this is over there in Cleveland, Ohio. Our defense got the interception. They got the fumble recovery, forced a fumble and recovered it. Our defense was all over the place. We told them, you're not running on us. DTR, you're going to have to pass to try to win this game. They did. Look at him and Jared Judy, obviously. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I hear people all the time, all season long. This is a trash defense. A trash defense. They're bums. What? Well, I get it. I get it. I understand why people might say that. But guess what? They only allowed 3 points. The second least this week. If it wasn't for that safety, if it wasn't for the safety scored by the Texans, they would have been shut out. We only allowed 3 points as a defense. Miss Phins, that's a horrendous offense. It's just a bum team. They're 3 and 13. Why are we talking about this defense like this defense is out here beating great teams or anything like that. You're right. I get it. All within context. Let me give you some context. Every team in the entire league plays about 10 bums each year. Even the bum teams play about 10 bums or bad teams every single year. I understand. You're supposed to win those games. Poof, there goes 10 wins, right? Right? That's what you're supposed to do. Well, guess what? We beat up on a bum team like we were supposed to do. And I'm supposed to be mad at that? No. I'm very happy. I'm very happy because my quarterback, with almost no preparation, was able to win despite the lack of preparation, despite some of the questionable calls. And you could tell that Tyreek was playing possessed because he was like, "Nah, I'm trying to win. I don't want to not win. I don't want to not be in the playoffs at least." The man, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. I think he's made the playoffs every year he's been in the league. I think. I'm not sure. I could be mistaken. And that same bum team has 3 Pro Bowlers. I know that doesn't mean much to some people, but hey, Pro Bowl's still the Pro Bowl. It's not 100% just a fan vote. Teams vote, fans vote, and the, what do they call it? The what is it? The media votes too. So yeah, it's not like the All Pro. All Pro is your peers saying, "Yeah, you got this, man." That's different. Obviously, we know that. That's your peers recognizing you're that dude. But even so, Pro Bowl is like watered down version of that. Okay. But guess what? Tyler Huntley performed. He came in here severely under undertrained, and somehow he still made it happen. Now, I will say this. Dolphins don't get a pass. We're lucky we played the Browns. But do I expect the same outcome had we been playing a 500 team? I'm going to keep it 100. No. I expected to lose. I would expect us to lose, even with Tyler Huntley. But I think that we would have a much better game because there's certain things that he's able to do that maybe perhaps our other quarterback can do. All in all, ladies and gentlemen, this was a good outing. It showed us the team is not giving up. The real dogs in this team are showing up. So at the end of the day, your best ability is availability. And those who are available, they're showing up. They're doing their thing. And being 15th in the draft order, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Because that means that right now, being 8-8, we're good enough. We're too good not to be a top 5 pick. But we might not be as good to be in the playoffs. But we have one more week. Everything we needed to happen happened. The Colts lost like we needed. The Broncos lost like we needed. Like everything we needed to happen happened. And now we have an opportunity to, regardless of what ends up happening, Bengals play first, they play on Saturday. And then us and the Broncos play at the same time. The NFL knew what they were doing when they set that schedule up. We both played at 4:25 on Sunday. We're gonna be scoreboard watching. We're gonna be doing it. I might be just getting off the links because I'm going golfing Sunday morning. So we'll see. We'll see exactly where I'm gonna be at. I might be out in the golf course whilst I'm watching this game. I don't know. But I do know this. I'm gonna be looking forward to Tyler Huntley taking over and winning that game versus the Jets. So we have. There's nothing else we can do. Because right now, from what I'm hearing, Tua might also be doubtful for this game upcoming. I'm not even surprised. Let's ride with Tyler Huntley. He made it happen. Let's keep it moving. That's all you can do. That is all that you can do. And right now, with the Dolphins having nobody make the playoff, the Pro Bowl, whew, it says a lot. It says a lot. But what are you gonna do? You have to just keep moving forward. That's all you can do. You have to keep moving forward. And right now, Tyler Huntley's available. The team is not giving up, and we need to make this happen. Now let's talk about the question in everybody's mind. Huntley over Tua? What? Are we really saying Huntley over Tua? Are Phins looking to Huntley as future? Guys, I mean, I'm not trying to like gaslight anybody, but this is a legit question. Are the Dolphins looking to perhaps move forward with Tyler Huntley? Guys, I mean, you would expect for the Dolphins to have at least one Pro Bowler. He has zero Pro Bowler. Not nobody. Not one. Not even Tyreek. But ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the Dolphins are moving forward for this upcoming week with Tyler Huntley. Why? Because yet again, Tua Tagovailoa is unavailable due to injury. Is this on Huntley? No, he's just doing his job. This is 100% on Tua. Now, I understand Tua says, I'm ready to go. I can go. Let's play. Is it the team holding him back? Is Tua being benched again and again and again? I don't know. Is Tua being benched? Now, I am pro saving players from themselves. Sometimes players, hey, as an athlete, as a competitor, I get it. You want to play, you want to ball, you want to show that you can do it. So I'm with it. I'm glad that Tua's saying, hey, I want to play. I can play. But if his body, unfortunately, if his body's literally telling him, dude, you can't go for it. You know what I mean? Then that's not even Tia not wanting to, that's not even on Tua not wanting to be there. That's literally his body giving up on him with that injury, which is a bruised hip. And from the reports, it looks like it's a bruise ripped on the same one he got surgery on from the college injury. So you have to think like, do you even blame Tua? Yes, you have to blame Tua. He's not available. Do you blame the team for maybe sitting him down so that he doesn't get even more injured? No, you cannot blame him. We paid Tua. Tua is our starting quarterback. Tua is our franchise quarterback. This is what the Dolphins have told you. We paid him. We guaranteed him over $93 million. Fully guaranteed. He's our quarterback. But right now, his body's telling you he can't play. And it's frustrating as a fan because you have to be available for your team. So I understand the team saying, listen, this is my future. I cannot put in danger my future by letting him play because there goes our future. But then I also understand when people on the opposite camp are saying, if he can go, he needs to go. Because this is one of the biggest games in his career. The win and get in is synonymous with Tua Tagovailoa. Rookie year, winning and get in versus the Titans. Nope, we lose. Sophomore year, win and get in, lose to the Bills. Third year, win and get in, lose again to the Titans. Fourth year, win and get in, and yup, you guessed it, we lose to the Titans. No, we lose to the Bills and the Titans actually, and the Ravens. This is year 5. When are we gonna actually win and get in with Tua? In those critical games, not when we've locked up the playoffs. But he missed the first playoffs. We had to have our 7th round rookie play the playoff game. Then the second one, he played really bad. Now this is the third year with McDaniel. Come on, man. And this guy again is unavailable? Like, come on. And it's not because, look, I already told you guys, I feel like we're going to run it all back. But I understand why there's certain people that are still upset that we can't do it with Tua because he's just not available for us. I've seen some of the best ball thrown coming out of Tua Tagovailoa, and I'm like, man, if we got this consistently, sometimes he's got me like eating popcorn, like, oh my god, oh ah, oh, that's my quarterback. But then it's like I'll never see it again, and it's like, oh my god, the level of inconsistency with this man. And now yet again, end of the season. I can't even say December, but it's still end of the season. Guys, we don't have him available. So when I say Huntley over Tua, the answer is yes. We have to go with Huntley right now because he's the one that's healthy. He's the only option we have for week 18. And for the future, guess what? Week 18 is the future. And if we win that game and somehow miraculously the Chiefs backups beat the Broncos and do us this solid, like we did them a solid versus the Patriots, and we make it to the playoffs, you have to ride with Huntley. Because at this point, you don't know about Tua. You have to. I mean, at this point, now granted, I still think Tua gives us the best shot, especially because it would mean us going to the Bills and playing them yet again in the wild card weekend. I still think Tua gives us the best chance. But what are you going to do if Tua physically can do it? It's not even him not wanting to play. It's his literal body telling him, dude, you can't do it. That's what makes it frustrating when it comes to this Huntley over Tua stuff. Our future is literally this week coming up, week 18. That's our future. The playoffs, if we are lucky enough to get into the playoffs, that's our future. Next year is next year. We'll deal with next year next year. But right now, you have to go with Huntley. You have to ride the hot hand that's available. Again, available. And yes, I blame Tua for not being available again. We need him. But he's not available for us. So when people say Huntley over Tua, you have to say Huntley over Tua. Because Tua's not available. Next year's next year. We'll deal with that later. But for right now, it has to be Huntley over Tua. There's just no other way of seeing that. There's just no other way of seeing that. So You let me know. What do you think? Put in the comment section. Do you agree should be Huntley over Tua, especially for Week 18, and if we make it the playoffs? Do you think the Dolphins are looking for Huntley as the future? Maybe the future for the rest of this year? Or maybe even the future for next year? I don't know. Tell me. Put in the comment section. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Because I think that's going to be very interesting when we see that going on. I'm just saying. And ladies and gentlemen, there's a whole other question the Dolphins have to deal with. Is Chris Greer safe or not? Are we about to be looking for a new GM, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, I'm asking this question. Another reason why I left the Dolphins stuff for last, because this is insane. The rumors are actually spreading like wildfire. Like wildfire. And it's almost like, holy smokes. What is Chris Greer going to be doing? Like, are we going to be looking for a new GM this new season? Does that mean we get a new quarterback? Does that mean we get a new head coach? Are the Dolphins looking to move on from their GM? Is Garfinkel and Ross ready to make that move? Man, I mean, I'm telling you right now, this is possibly one of the best things that could be happening for us Dolphin fans. This would be crazy. Keep in mind, it looks like for the comp pick that we have for Wilkins, that might not end up being a third round comp pick. It might be a fourth round comp pick. We're gonna get a seventh comp pick as well, and we're definitely getting a comp pick for Robert Hunt. But holy smokes, it's the fact that it's actually being talked about that gets me going. Like, because us fans will always like tweet and be like, we need a new GM, we need to do this, we need to do that. But the fact that it's actually being said, ladies and gentlemen, and major media is picking it up, I don't know. Is Stephen Ross finally fed up with Chris Greer? I mean, if I pull it up, I have it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. You can talk about the draft picks. Talk about the draft picks and how, yes, I do, because I'm awesome. You can talk about the draft picks. You can talk about since he's been here, not even going all the way back. Let me be nice. Let me be nice. See, people don't bring it to you. Miss Phins brings it to you. Since 2020, since the start of the new rebuild with Tua Tagovailoa. Look at all the draft picks that Chris Greer has had since 2020. And mind you, he was our GM officially with that power back in 2016. But we're just going to talk about since 2020. Malcolm Perry, Blake Ferguson, Chris Weaver, Jason Strawbridge, Solomon Kinley, Brandon Jones, Raekwon Davis, Robert Hunt, Noah Igbenogany, Austin Jackson, Tua Tagovailoa. That's just 2020. And out of all those guys, only two are in the current roster, ladies and gentlemen. Two of them. Out of 11 picks, two are still in the roster 4 years later. Now, a lot of people might say, well, Robert Hunt, he's doing good in another team. Yeah, in another team. So yet again, the Dolphins, they draft, develop, and ship off to other teams. That's why when people say the Dolphins can't develop anybody, I'm like, what do you mean? We are both the developing team of the league and the retirement team of the league. Like, it's everybody that wants to retire and want to get paid. Let me just go to Miami. They're gonna pay me high for a couple years. I secure the bag again, and then I can just retire and go in South Florida. And if you're a rookie and you're getting drafted by the Dolphins, oh, you're gonna get developed, and you're gonna have great gameplay for that next team that gets you, because the Dolphins don't pay. Raekwon Davis, Brandon Jones, all three of these guys, even Noah Igbenogany at Washington, he's doing pretty decent. He's doing pretty decent. This is just a 2020. Just a 2020 draft picks. All 11 of them. And only 2 from 2020 are still here. Let's go to 2021, ladies and gentlemen. All right, cool. Jared Dokes, Larnell Coleman, Hunter Long, Liam Eichenberg, Javon Holland, Jalen Phillips, Jalen Waddle. All right, cool. 7 draft picks. 7 draft picks. 4 of the 7 are still in the team. Okay, okay. Hunter Long shipped off. Coleman, I don't even know if he's still in the league, or Derek Dokes. All right, fine. You got 4 of them out of the 2021 draft pick. Jalen Phillips on IR, back-to-back seasons. Javon Holland playing horrendously. He's actually been playing below average for the last 2 seasons, but whatever. Liam Eichenberg, nobody ever likes Liam, and yet he's the most versatile old lineman we have because he has to be. Unfortunately, unlike other players in other positions, he doesn't get to just master one. He's going to be put in so many different positions. So he's treading water. And then obviously Jalen Waddle, who some people say is a solid number 2 wide receiver. Other people say he's still considered a number 1 wide receiver. I don't know. You be the judge. I wanted Penny Sewell versus Waddle. I didn't want Waddle. I wanted to protect my quarterback. But we got Waddle on my own. Okay, fine. Sure, let's go. Let's go. What is that? 18 picks so far? 18 picks so far. 18 picks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A third of them are still in the team. My God, I don't have a pen to save my life. Yeah. 18. 6 so far. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go 2023 and 2024. Okay, cool. 2023, you got Ryan Hayes, Elijah Higgins, Devon A. Chan, Cam Smith. What is that, 4 people? 4 picks? 4 picks. Christ. Cam Smith, still in the team. Devon A. Chan, still in the team. Elijah Higgins, not here. Neither Ryan Hayes. Higgins, I think he's in a different team. And I think he's actually doing pretty decent. Cam Smith can't find a field to save his life. Has been sprinkled into the team since he's been drafted. And the only good player, really consistent player, Devon A. Chan. Holy smokes! Who I think is the replacement for for Mostert. So yeah, 2 out of the 4, what, 50%? Ooh, congratulations. Realistically speaking, 25% because Cam Smith, some people have him busting anyways. But let's go ahead and add it. Let's go ahead and add it. Now it's what? 20 and 8 players. Out of 20 picks, 8 players still in from his draft. And let's take a look at the 2024 draft, ladies and gentlemen. Taj Washington, Patrick McMorris, Malik Washington, Mohamed Kamara, Jalen Wright, Patrick Paul, Chop Robinson. 7 picks. All of them are still here because obviously it's still their first year. That makes sense. Taj, IR, unfortunately. Man. Patrick McMorris, has he even played? Maybe twice? Maybe. Malik Washington, thank you. We're finally giving the young man an opportunity. The only draft pick I was excited about, 2 of them, Jalen Wright and Malik Washington. Both of them playing pretty decent if they can get on the field. Mohamed Kamara, I forgot he was in the team. Patrick Paul, looking like a rookie and not left tackle. Holy smokes. That is rough. That is rough. But they're still here. They're still here. Chop Robinson, still developing. I still need to see more. He's still getting manhandled at the line. I still need to see more. I'm not super impressed like some people are. Like, oh my God. Stop. He's still a rookie. He still needs to develop. But I still think if he does develop, I think he'll be decent for us. I do think so. Okay. All 7 of them are still here because obviously they are. But realistically speaking, Jalen Wright, good pick. Solid. We've used it. Malik Washington, good pick. Solid. We've used him. Patrick Paul, out of necessity. All right pick. We're using him. Same thing with Chop Robinson. 4 out of the 7. Okay. I know technically, yep, they made it, but it is what it is. So what's that? 27, 13 out of 27? That's 2024. And I completely this is how much I completely forgot. I forgot of 2022. I skipped over 2022 to go right into 2023. 2022, we got Skylar Thompson still on the team. Cameron Good, no longer in the team. Eric Izukama, still in the team. Channing Tindall, still in the team. 4 picks. 2 years of back-to-back 4 picks. 2 years back-to-back of 4 picks. You can't make this up. 4 picks. 3 of them technically in the league, still in the team. Okay, cool. Out of the 4. Making it 16 out of the 31. What is that, 50%? Miss Phins, not every GM hits on it. I get it. They don't always hit. But you're supposed to hit more often than not. And guess what? I'm sorry. Both Channing Tindall and Eric Sukama, both of them have done so minimal for this team. They're practically not even on the team. They're practically not even on the team. Heck, you can say the same thing about Skyler, but again, your quarterback is different. You're a backup quarterback, you're supposed to be a backup. You're not supposed to have opportunities. If a backup quarterback has opportunities to play, that's a bad thing because that means your starter is not starting. So that's why I don't put Skyler on that. But Channing Tindall being a linebacker, Erica Sukama being a wide receiver, we need both positions. And I've still yet to see Erica Sukama play back to back games. Like I can't even tell you the last time he did that. Since he's been drafted in 2022. In the 2 years this man has been here. This is what you have. And again, we don't know about the 7 guys we picked up in 2024. They're obviously still here, but realistically speaking, there's only what? Two decent players, maybe a third decent player, now maybe with Patrick Paul. Everybody else, bust. Or you could say bust because they haven't had an opportunity. You can't really say bust until their third year, but at this point, I'm not seeing enough of these players to really decide either way. And that's what we're dealing with Chris Greer and his picks. Since 2020, remember, I'm not going back to 2016 when he started as a GM because that number will be even worse, ladies and gentlemen. Will be even worse. I'm just going 2020 with the start of Tua Tagovailoa. And you can easily say out of the 16 players still in the team, realistically speaking, that you can maybe say, you know what? I'm going to take my Homer hat off. Tua, still a question mark. Austin Jackson, still a question mark. Liam, Holland, Phillips, still a question mark. We know what we got in Waddle. We know what we got in Skyler. Eric Esokamantino, still question marks. HN, absolute. Probably the best pick he's had since 2020. Devon HN. Everybody else are question marks. But we paid Waddle. We paid Tua. We paid Austin Jackson. What do you mean, Miss Phins? Exactly what I mean. Still question marks. They're not solid. Like HN, I can tell you 1,000% solid flipping pick. Solid. Top to bottom, solid pick. Devon HN. Consistently, back-to-back years. Solid pick. Can I say that about anybody else he's drafted since 2020 that's still in the team as a solid pick? Unfortunately, I can't even say that about Phillips because guess what? IR last year, and that man was on a route to be. He could have honestly, man. He was on a career year. I'm talking double digit sack projection. But unfortunately got injured. Guess what? Also got injured this year too. So again, just like Tua Tagovailoa. Great potential. Great potential, guys. But both of them not available. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Now, do I want Greer gone as a Dolphin fan? Heck yeah. But do I blame him 100% of everything? No. Because you still have to consider player execution. You have to consider coaching. All of this has to be considered. He's getting the players the team wants. The fan wants. The fans got us to a tongue of Vailoa. I was one of them. Until I saw him play the first year. Then I realized it's going to be long for us. This is what it is. So when I ask you guys, you tell me, do you think now that the major media is whispering out there The Dolphins might be considering a new GM. Ooh. You think maybe perhaps Greer might not be safe? Maybe the quarterback and the coach might be safe, but is Greer safe? Are the Dolphins looking to move forward or move on from their GM? Let me know in the comment section. What do you think? Because I think this is interesting. And I think this is something that maybe some people might want to pretend like they're not seeing, but the riffraff is there. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I have to say it. It's not all on Chris Greer. That McDaniels offense has been figured out, that we have a limited quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa. That's not on Chris Greer 100%. That we're having lack of execution from the players. That's not 100% on him. He puts the team together. The coaches coach. The players execute. So you have to see, is Greer safe? Last week we were talking about, is McDaniel safe? Did he save himself from getting fired? Now this week we're talking about, holy smokes, the main media is talking about Greer perhaps not even getting another year. Ooh, that's rough. But that's what we have, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're dealing with. Chris Greer, perhaps with everything I just showed you. And that was from 2020. I didn't even go back to 2016 when he started with the GM position. He's been part of the league for over, part of the Dolphins for over 20 years. But since he started as a GM with draft picking abilities and team operational abilities, I showed you, what was it? 16 of 31, including this past year that we just drafted. But realistically speaking, out of all that, you have one for sure pick in HN. That's it. 1 of 31. For sure, A, USDA grade A++. HN. That's it. Then you've got about 6 or 7 question marks. The rest are either super rookies or in their second year. That's what you have. But you let me know, guys. What do you think? Do you think the Miami Dolphins are going to be getting rid of Chris Greer? If so, does that mean the new GM gets a new head coach? Does he move on from our quarterback? What moves do you think he might make? Put in the comment section. You tell me what you think. Because to me, I think this is very, very telling from the Miami Dolphins and what they're doing so far. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to talk about here. Thank you so much. You still watching. Appreciate you today. We got a great show for you. We're still continuing. We got our Week 18 predictions we're just about to talk about. Please go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, guys. Hit that like button. We're trying to get the 50 likes, guys. If you can help out, that'd be great. Are we going to get our first super chat of 2025 today? I don't know. But it's our first show from 2025, so we'll see. But hit that like button, guys. Thank you so much for everybody watching on Twitter and Twitch. Thank you, guys. Please come over here to YouTube. If you're liking the show so far, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's the best way. We're making a huge push. We want to get to 2,000 subs, guys. We're super close. We're under 500 away. If you can help us out, that would be phenomenal. Phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for everything. AB says, didn't Greer draft Tunsil? Yes, prior to 2020. Again, I went from 2020, so gotta pay attention to what I said. So just saying. Oh man, only if they really have somebody else in mind. Yeah, I think that might be it. If they have somebody else in mind that they really want, then you can see it. But I can totally see it. Again. I still expect the entire team to just run it back because that's just the Dolphins. Like that's just the team. We're running back Sally. Like it's just oh god. Sometimes I'm like, why, ladies and gentlemen? But that's what we have right now. That's what we have right now. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is what is to be expected by the Miami Dolphins at this moment. So let me go ahead and set this up for us real quick, um, so that way you guys can go ahead and do it, see it. But hit that like button, guys. Like and subscribe real quick. Let's go ahead and start out with our the standings. Ladies and gentlemen, here are the AFC East standings right now. We're going to check out where the Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and Patriots are at right now, currently in the conference, guys, for divisional. In the standings, as you can see, heading into week 18, Buffalo Bills, Sterling in number one, 13-3, head of the division. Miami right there at 8-8, super 500 team, as always. We're right there, guys, with a possibility of maybe perhaps if week 18 goes our way of us getting into the playoffs, guys. You're looking at the Jets and Patriots just right now, 3-12. Sorry, Jets are 4-12, and the Patriots are 3-12. Patriots right now, interestingly enough, let's go ahead and talk about these standings. The 2025 draft order, according to Tankathon, thank you so much. Guys, the Patriots are holding the number one overall seed with the strength of schedule lower than anybody else. This is very important, guys, because it just goes to show are the Patriots really trying to win Week 18 versus the Bills? I don't think so. If I'm gonna be honest with you, why would you give up the opportunity to have the number one overall pick? Granted, they're tied with Tennessee Titans, Cleveland, and the Giants, all at 3-13. We have to wait and see who ends up winning. I personally don't think none of these teams are going to win. I do think the Ravens will beat Cleveland to solidify their number one seed in their division in the AFC North, and putting the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 2 in their division and number 5 in the conference. But because of that, depending on who these guys play, if all three of them lose, right, they'll be 3-14. But it's gonna go down to the strength of schedule. Some people say it's a strength of victory, strength of schedule for sure. We gotta wait and see. It's gonna be very interesting, and that's where the Patriots are at. They're holding to that number one. The Jets right now are holding the 7th spot in the draft order right now, guys. And on top of that, too, they're top 10. They're looking to bring in a new GM, a new head coach. Having a top 10 pick is crucial when you're starting. Do they move on from Aaron Rodgers? Do they go ahead and actually maybe keep him as a transitional quarterback and draft a quarterback? You know, their quarterbacks are needy because they're not going to stay with Rodgers, because you never know if does he want to retire next year or whatever. So we'll see what ends up happening with the Jets. But right now, the Jets are 4-12, holding to the seventh seed in the draft order. We have to wait and see. But that 7th pick, ladies and gentlemen, do they stay there, or perhaps do they move up or down in the draft coming into week 18? Now, remember, Jets are playing the Dolphins. Do you want to get a worse draft pick, or do you want to just cruise on in and maybe perhaps potentially even getting the 5th overall, depending if Jacksonville, Carolina don't also lose, or even Las Vegas and Chicago, who are also 4th and 12th. We have to wait and see. But that's going to be very interesting. Like we told you before, Miami Dolphins are the 15th pick right now in the draft order at 8-8. We have to see because they're not the only 8-8 team. They're just outside of the playoff, along with Cincinnati, Atlanta, and Seattle. Cincinnati, Atlanta, and Miami are all 8-8 right now. Seattle is 9-7. We have to wait and see what Miami does. Do they end up winning this game versus the Jets? Again, I think it's just more favorable for both teams for the Dolphins to win, but it depends. Do they just still have personal pride? Are the players not going to want to just lay down to the Dolphins just because they're out of it? Do they want to play spoiler and keep the Dolphins from making the playoffs? But then again, hurting their playoff chances. You have to wait and see. One thing is for certain, no matter what the Jets end up doing, if they do pull off that win, it's going to be a new GM and a new head coach dealing with that draft pick because they have fired both. We have to see what their owner ends up doing with his selection as far as who they end up bringing. But with the Dolphins, we have to wait and see. If the Dolphins don't make the playoffs, what does that mean for the GM and Chris Greer? What does it mean for the head coach and Mike McDaniel? What does it mean for the quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa? Because guess what? I mean, there's still options. It would take a lot of money for the Dolphins to eat his salary, but it's still there. It's still an option. If the Dolphins wanna after this season move on from Tua, it's an option, a very costly option, but it's still an option. They'd have to wait and see. And then you have the Buffalo Bills right now who are seriously contending for a Super Bowl slot. Right now, holding on to the 29th pick as far as the picks are concerned. Right now, they're 13-3, just below Minnesota and Detroit, who are 14-2. And you have Kansas City firmly holding 15-1. They've already confirmed they're going to be playing their backups, and they've even said that they might not even be playing their backups fully. They might be playing their third stringers because it looks like Carson Wentz is going to be playing that first half, maybe even the first quarter, and then they're going to allow their third string quarterback to get opportunities to play. So we have to wait and see. All I know is that for the Dolphins to even have a shot at the playoffs, two things have to happen. The Dolphins have to win their game versus the Jets, not allow the Jets to be spoilers. And two, they also have to have Kansas City beat the Broncos, who, guess what? The Broncos are fighting for their playoff lives. Bo Nix, rookie, looking to make a name for himself if he hasn't already. And Sean Payton, with his comeback to the NFL, looking to make a name for himself. Again, another example of a coach coming into a team and in the first year changing the mindset and the culture of that team. It is possible, Dolphin fans. I'm talking to you guys specifically. It's possible for a coach to come in and change the mindset of a team, good or bad, but it's still possible. So you have to also take that into consideration, ladies and gentlemen. We have to wait and see what ends up happening here with these teams and these games. So as far as the standings are concerned, this is what the playoffs is looking like right now. If Cincinnati ends up winning and the Broncos lose to the Chiefs, Cincinnati gets the 7th seed. But if Pittsburgh wins and the Jets play spoiler and Broncos, even if the Broncos lose to the Chiefs, Broncos make it. But if the Dolphins beat the Jets and the Chiefs beat the Broncos, even if Cincinnati beats the Steelers, which I don't think they will, but it could happen, the Dolphins have an opportunity to make the playoffs. And those are the AFC East scenarios right now. We know Jets and Patriots are out, but and the Bills have secured that number 2 seed. Miami's still fighting for their spot. So is Pittsburgh, because if the Browns don't beat the Baltimore Ravens, which they can, then that means that Pittsburgh, guess what, will be the 6th seed. They will need to win to secure the 5th seed. That's what happens. So Pittsburgh will definitely be making it. That's gonna be one of the best games you could expect, and that game is this Saturday, guys. Go check it out. Should be amazing. If I'm not mistaken, that is the 8 o'clock game. So it should be phenomenal. That's those Saturday slots looking great. Just saying. Okay. And this is where we're at with the division. When we go to the conference, ladies and gentlemen, you have, of course, let's do the playoffs. Kansas City 1, Buffalo 2. So far, not clinched yet. Baltimore 3, Houston 4. They clinched that spot. Pittsburgh 5, not clinched yet. They got to win in order to clinch for sure the 5th seed if Baltimore wins. If not, then they get the third, they get the division and they get the 3rd seed. Because they have a better conference record than Baltimore, and Baltimore will fall to the 5th seed. There you have it. Now you've got the Chargers, who have clinched a playoff spot. They can move up again. I showed you that scenario. If Pittsburgh loses to the Bengals, they're still in the playoff. They just drop down to 6, and the LA Chargers go up to 5th. Okay, and then you have Bengals, Dolphins, and Broncos all fighting for that last playoff spot, the 7th seed. Absolutely attainable. I'm going to give you one more time. The 3 ways all 3 teams end up getting there. The easiest one, Broncos just need to win. If the Broncos beat the Chiefs, that's it. They win and lock up the 7th seed. Boom. Scenario number 1. Scenario number 2, Cincinnati will need 2 things to happen. Number 1, they have to win. Oh, they actually need 3 things to happen. They would A, have to win. B, they have to have the Broncos losing. And C, they also have to have the Dolphins lose. So Cincinnati needs Broncos and Miami to lose. And they have to win in order to get the 7th seed. Denver only has to win to get the 7th seed. And then the second easiest, that was the hardest with Cincinnati. The second easiest, Miami just has to win and Broncos lose. That's it. So Broncos, they just got to win. Miami has to win and have Broncos lose. Cincinnati has to win and have Miami and Broncos lose. And those are the 3 ways that these teams have an opportunity to get to the that 7th seed. It should be very interesting to see exactly what ends up happening. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm actually looking forward to this game and to these games this week, because so many things are riding on it that it almost just makes you wanna, like, ooh, what's gonna happen here? It just almost does. It does. So we have to wait and see. But those are the standings for the Bills, Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots heading into Week 18, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get to our AFC East Week 18 games. Both of them are divisional games, so it makes it so much easier for me. The Dolphins are traveling to the Jets, and the Bills are traveling to Patriots for Week 18 matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and start out with the first game I want to show you. Bills, Patriots. Bills are 13-3. Patriots are 3-13. This will be a 1 o'clock game on CBS. Is the first game. A lot is riding on this game, to be honest with you. Some people are calling for Mayo to the Patriots head coach, new head coach, to get fired. Some people are saying maybe perhaps we need to reconsider him. Do we move on from Drake May with his number 1 overall pick? A lot of things to consider for the Patriots. The fact that they do hold the number 1 pick. Really, the Bills don't have anything to play for. They've already locked up the second seed. They don't want to get any injuries heading into the wild card weekend. Right now, Bills are favored by 2. So because the Bills aren't expecting to do much, to be honest with you, this should be a pretty competitive game if you think. But it's a really even game. Home team always gets 3 points, so realistically speaking, flip a coin, either team can win. Now, in my opinion, I still think that Josh Allen wants to make his case for MVP. I don't think he's gonna take off. Could he maybe play the first half and leave? I haven't seen anything that says that, oh, Josh Allen is completely out of it and he's not playing. Like, I haven't seen that whatsoever. Whatsoever. But you never know. You know what I mean? He could be like, nah, I'm done. That's it. It's over. I don't want to do it. But you never know. We have to wait and see. At the end of the day, for him personally, that's still on the line. We got to wait and see. We do know this. Lamar Jackson, who is, from what I see, second favored, perhaps maybe even first favored for the MVP, he will be playing and he will be balling out because he has to get this win to secure the divisional win and that third overall seed in the playoffs. So Lamar's going to be playing. Will that motivate Josh Allen to play? I don't know. We'll see. It could be the Bills could play and just blow the Patriots out like they did the Jets last week and have another 40 burger to like 12. You know what I mean? So it could happen. I totally see it in my opinion. If the Bills, if you can blow up a divisional opponent, why not? 70% of y'all already think, and the matchup predictor thinks Bills are winning this game. There's zero need for Patriots really to get this win. It's just too many good opportunities for them with that number 1 overall pick as far as their future. And we know they're rebuilding. So, hey, we got to continue to see. Will it be Josh Allen versus Drake May? That's going to be a fun game to look at again, being these two quarterbacks for their teams. Is James Cook versus Ramondre Stevenson. We got to see what these guys do on the ground. I think that we should be seeing James Cook actually having a pretty good game. As I say with the Bills, they need to have a solid run game outside of Josh Allen, in my opinion, for them to stay consistently winning. And if James Cook can go ahead and make that happen, go ahead and make it happen. You got Hunter Henry for the Patriots, and you got Khalil Shakir for the Bills. We'll see what those guys are doing. As far as injury report, Lewis, Rapp, Hamlin, and Curtis Samuel are all questionable, but they will be playing. I don't see anything of them not playing um this weekend for week 18. I don't see it. Same thing for the Patriots. You got Schooler, Henry, Gonzalez, Polk, May. They're all questionable, but I totally see them all playing. I know Christian Gonzalez had left last game due to the injury, but we'll see what ends up happening. I still think they're all gonna end up playing for this game. Should be very interesting. In the last 5, the Bills are 4-1. In the last 5, the Patriots are 0-5. So both teams have favorable things to look at. It will be 32 degrees in Foxborough, cloudy with a chance of sun, or sunny with a chance of clouds, a little bit of overcast perhaps for this January 5th game on Sunday at 1 o'clock at Gillette Stadium. We have to wait and see what ends up happening. But for me, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the Bills winning this game. It just makes 0 sense, in my opinion, for the Patriots to give up the number 1 overall seed. Like, it just makes no sense. Like, why would you give up the number one seed when you can trade back and have three number one seeds? You know? So yeah, I have the Bills winning this game. I said it on Tuesday last year for League Talk Tuesday. I got it Bills 24-12 versus the Patriots. Um, it could literally be 40-12, but I still think the Bills want to somewhat rest, get ready for wild card weekend. So I don't see them going off too hard on them, but I still think it's gonna be the Bills winning this game. But you tell me. Put in the chat, put in the comment section. Who do you think wins? Is it gonna be the Bills, Patriots? I mean, it's probably gonna be the Bills, but we'll see. Like I always say with divisional games, you never know. But more than likely, the Bills will win it. We gotta see. The real question should be: is Josh Allen gonna give up the MVP by not playing this game, or even just playing half this game? I still think he's gonna play the whole game, but that's just what I think, not necessarily what they may be thinking. Now, the next thing that we have obviously is the Dolphins traveling to the Jets to the Meadowlands. Okay, this will be one of your semi primetime games because 4 o'clock games, they're kind of baby primetime games, but not really primetime, but you know what I mean. It's a day and night game because obviously the time change. Dolphins taking their 8-8 record into the Jets Stadium for a 4th and 12th New York Jets, aka New Jersey Jets. Just saying. Dolphins are favored by 2.5 points as the away team, but again, it's a gimme game. Flip a coin, it could be it. Look, Jets really have a top 10 pick. I don't see why they want to win to lose it specifically. As an organization, having a top 10 pick is gravy. It's a good opportunity for them to be able to get assets. Even if they trade back, they can still gain more assets. But that's really gonna be for the next regime that comes. You also have to understand these players. A lot of these players are playing for contracts. So for personal pride and for contracts, you still want to put good film out there, even if it's a game that may be irrelevant to people. Because guess what? Other teams are still watching these games. Hey, should we pick up this guy? You know, hey, this guy's getting cut or this guy's getting released. Is this gonna be it for Aaron Rodgers? Is this the last game we will ever see Aaron Rodgers play ever in the NFL? Could this be his hurrah? Or is he gonna pull like a Kobe and say no, next year will be my last, so that way he can do it? I don't know. But guess what? If this does end up being, does he want to go out with a win or a loss? So personally for him, if he's done in New York and if he's done period with NFL, you could almost say, hey, he's probably gonna try to show out in this game and make this a game. And the Dolphins coming in with their backup quarterback in Tyler Huntley. Are they gonna be able to get it and do the impossible and actually have an opportunity to make the playoffs by at least giving themselves the opportunity of actually winning this game? Is the defense going to continue what they've been doing versus these bad teams and actually dominate these bad teams and continue that goal? We don't know. That's still a possibility. It is still a possibility. But the Dolphins absolutely have to win this game just to give themselves a chance and then scoreboard watch the Chiefs Patriots, the Chiefs Broncos game to see, okay, who's up? Broncos, Chiefs, like what's going on? Because both games are at 4:25. So no team could take off. Now, Bengals play on Saturday. So we'll know whether or not the Bengals won that game or not versus the Steelers. And you know the Steelers are playing for that seed. They still want a shot at the seed. So we'll know. Now the Steelers will know. The Steelers will know whether or not they're playing for something when their 8 o'clock game comes in. Because if I'm not mistaken, yep, Steelers game is the 8 o'clock game. So we'll know by then whether or not the Steelers have even a shot at the division. That might be if they're like, you know what, we're stuck. It doesn't matter because they don't want to drop to the sixth overall. They want to stay at fifth. Then if the Steelers still lose, they'd rather go to Houston than going to Baltimore. So they still have something to play for. So that's still going to be a meaningful game. Hence why Steelers are not going to give up to try to win that game versus the Bengals. But by Sunday, 4 o'clock, we'll know. Both Broncos and Dolphins will know whether or not the Bengals won. Not that it really affects them. But then they're going to be scoreboard watching while we're playing this game. I'm going to be stuck on red zone. If I'm back from the golf course, I'm going to be stuck on red zone watching like back and forth like, oh my God, like what's going on? Like what's happening? Like, I'm dying like this. This is if I'm not watching it over there at the golf course. So, yeah. This would be crazy. And I agree. Out of the three teams, whether it's Broncos, Dolphins, or Bengals, whoever gets that seventh seed absolutely deserves to be in the playoffs because they earned it. They fought tooth and nail, and on top of that, too, might have gotten lucky here and there with the way the games played out. But they earned it, which makes Week 18 still like, I still remember like 18 years ago when Week 18, nobody was watching, nobody cared. It's like, whatever. Because the divisional games didn't matter until like about 15 years ago. The NFL was like, you know what? We're so tired of people not watching at the end of the season because the seeding is already done. We got the 1 through 6. They started putting in the divisional games and the last couple of weeks of the season, and you're like, holy smokes, you still gonna watch this game? At the end of the season, we still gotta pay attention? What? And then you get these type of scenarios, which is so awesome and gravy. So yeah. Do I think the Dolphins are gonna win this game? Yes. I put it 20-10 Dolphins. Even if Aaron Rodgers plays, he's been playing horrendously. Not only did the Jets get this man, they got him his offensive coordinator. They got him his chosen receivers. They did everything. And they even fired the head coach because the head coach was, from the rumors, he was going to fire the OC. The Jets went all in on Aaron Rodgers. And what did they get? 4 wins by Aaron Rodgers in 2 seasons. What? Heck, they could have kept Wilson and maybe perhaps gotten a couple other pieces and maybe even made the playoffs with Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson went back-to-back years at 7-10. I mean, they might as well have stayed with him and his cheap contract. Put a couple more pieces, solidify the defense, get him some O-line, get him some, some more weapons, and they might have actually ended up in the playoffs this season. But we're only a quarterback away. Well, there you go, Jets. That's what you get. That's what you get. It is what it is. But to me, it's extremely interesting in how both the Jets and the Dolphins have landed here. 2 opposite coins. Or are they? Didn't they both go in on their quarterback? Ooh, spicy. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the 2 games we have going on in Week 18 for the AFC East. You got the Patriots hosting the Bills. You got the Jets hosting the Dolphins. This is going to be very interesting, and I'm looking forward to it because for me personally, This is gonna put either way a nice bow because you win by winning, you win by losing. And the opposite too, and with the division, you can lose by winning and lose by losing. So we gotta see what ends up happening. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's your week 18 um, projections for the AFC East. And I'm very excited to see exactly what this weekend ends up being. To me, it's gonna be super exciting. Absolutely. Super exciting. So comment below. You let me know. What do you think? Who do you think wins out of these two teams? Um that are really fighting. Well, one of them is fighting for a playoff spot with the Dolphins. And these two other teams that are fighting for a top 10 pick between Patriots and Jets. Do they win? Do they lose? What do they do? That'll be very interesting to see at the end of the day. But you comment below, hit the like button, subscribe, let everybody else know you're live. Let everybody else know about Miss Phins and the Miss Phins channel, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for sure. So hit that like button and let me know in the comments below what you think about Week 18 and the AFC East matchups coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is your Week 17 recap and your Week 18 game review and game previews. I'm so excited, man. I'm so happy with everything that's happened so far. This has been a phenomenal, phenomenal week this past week with all the playoff implications coming through, man. I was so excited just because I want more football. You know, I want more Dolphins football. And no one's going to tell me, oh, Miss Phins, your team is trash. Fine, tell me all you want. I still believe in my team. I'm still going to move forward. You know, I get it. Maybe this defense is only good because we've been playing bumps. Guess what? Every team plays bumps. Maybe this offense is doing good because guess what? They've only been playing bumps. Well, guess what? Each team plays bumps. But at the end of the day, we still got to go out there and perform. People act like you still don't have to perform versus the bad teams. I don't understand it sometimes. I really don't understand. Why do people sometimes think that you don't have to? What up, Jaws? Welcome in. Listen, I'm an avid shark lover. Love shark. Literally my favorite animal in the world. Sharks. Um, so I love Jaws. And actually the great white shark, to be specific, is my favorite animal in the world. Jaws says at least the Jets aren't wasting time running it back with a GM and a coach. Bro, tell me about it, Jaws. Tell me about it. You must be a Jets fan. I almost feel like you're a Jets fan. What up, Victor? Welcome. Miami and Jets issues have been head coach, GM, and QB. That's three things you can't screw up and expect to win consistently. Dude, you are 1000% right. It's true. You can't even deny that. You can't. You cannot deny the fact that the Miami Dolphins and the Jets, and funny enough, both of them pretty much started their rebuilds at the same time. Literally at the same time, maybe like a year apart from each other. At one point, I almost felt like, dang, the Jets, did they like leap us? But yeah, and you're right. It's been a head coach problem, a GM problem, and a quarterback problem, whether people want to hear it or not. That's exactly what the Dolphins have been dealing with, and the Jets have been dealing with. Heck, you could say it for the last 20 years. But at least, we've made the playoffs recently. I'm just saying. I mean, y'all made it with Mark Sanchez, so I can't even deny that. I wish. Heck, y'all, didn't y'all make it to the AFC Championship with Mark Sanchez? Oh, if only. If only. Listen, we want to. I just can't. I mean, just thinking about it just makes me so frustrated. But you're right, man. You cannot expect to have a winning culture in a team, no matter who the team is, if you do not have the three most important positions: GM, head coach, and quarterback taken care of. Period. Period. John says you and I will get along just fine. Why? Because I love sharks, or because I'm a Dolphins fan. Just let me know. Just say. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for coming through. I really do appreciate all of you guys celebrating this. Happy New Year's! Holy smokes. I'm so blessed. I'm so happy and excited to see this, to have you guys here. 2025, man, we made it. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Happy New Year's, guys. Holy smokes. It's 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. I know my best friend was telling me how a lot of people, the new trend for 2025 is 25 goals in 2025, 25 and 25. So why don't you guys do it? It could be as simple as, I don't know, read a book, read 25 books for the year or something like that. I don't know, 2 books a month. Actually, if you read 2 books a month, you could do that. They don't have to be giant novels. Like, you could read smaller books. And you know what the average, I know, side note, the average reading amount for Americans a year is less than 1 book. So if you read just 1 book, you are doing way better than most of the people in the country. Just saying. Just saying. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the AFC East Week 17 recap, the standings, and our Week 18 previews and projections, guys. I'm super ecstatic. I'm excited to see what the new year brings in. Like, I started this show today. Happy New Year's, guys. I'm sending many blessings to you guys. I hope and wish that all of you guys do so well and that you guys are blessed, because this is absolutely, absolutely um, a new opportunity for everybody to do it. And congratulations if you made it to 2025. Congratulations to you, because not a lot of people made it to 2025. So congratulations to those who did, and take advantage. Seize the day. Carpe diem. Seize the year. Make it what you want it to be. And screw everybody else that tells you you can't do it. This is still a family friendly show, so I can't, do what I want to do. But screw them. Screw them. Guys. Oh, but yes. Happy to you. Happy New Year's to you, Missy. Well, it's Miss Phins, but I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I read a lot of chat comments. Do subtitles count? No, people. It's reading a book. Oh, God, I love it. Michael K. I still love for the fact that Dolphin fans that are college graduates have never seen Dolphins win a playoff. I know. I know. I know. Victor says, I still remember when Marino lost the Super Bowl in '84 and said they would be back, and haven't since. 41 years and counting. Dang. That's tough. This is why you have to take advantage of the opportunities. You miss out on 100% of the shots you don't take. So guess what? Keep moving forward, people. Keep progressing. Keep advancing. Keep dreaming and executing. Make a plan and execute. That is what you need to do to be successful, guys. And don't let anybody stop you. That's it. So have fun. Enjoy yourselves. This is the new year. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for everybody watching on Twitter and Twitch. Guys, if you haven't done so already and you like the content, we're trying to get to 50 likes. Come over here to YouTube, click on the show, and please, 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 please hit the like button and please subscribe because we're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, guys. And we could only do it with you guys. So please, 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 if you're watching on Twitter and Twitch and you're liking the content, guys, we do this for you Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Okay? So come check it out Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. You're going to absolutely enjoy it. Happy New Year's to you too. Happy New Year's. Good morning to you too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Man, it's a brand new year, man. 2025. What a blessing. And I wish all you guys many, many blessings, lots of success, a lot of prosperity, a lot of health, guys, and wealth. And I wish you guys lots of happiness, joy, fun, pure fun, and pure laughter, guys. Have fun, enjoy yourselves, and take this 100% of the time. Thank you so much for that. And I think if I'm not mistaken, it was Wayne Gretzky who said it. Michael K is asking me who said that. I could be wrong, but I think it was Wayne Gretzky who said it. The literal goat of hockey. So yeah, I know my hockey and quotes. So yeah, the literal goat of hockey, Gretzky, man. The one number, the I think, if I'm not mistaken, the only number, um, that's retired across the entire National Hockey League, number 99. There's a reason why, when you're the GOAT, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. So I can't wait till the NBA retires the number 23 across all teams, like they should, just like they did for Jackie Robinson in baseball, number 42. I still think they need to do it for um, Roberto Clemente in baseball and retire all the number 21s. Because those are just monumental goats in their league, you know, one way or another. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Fun facts that we always bring you over here with Miss Phins. So you guys keep hitting the like button. And again, if you're enjoying it, please comment below. Tell me what you think. Do you agree with today's show, what we said? Because there's so many different things going on, especially with the Dolphins, especially with this division between Josh Allen getting the MVP or not. The Dolphins firing their head coach or their GM, maybe. I don't know. You know what I mean? Will the Patriots fire Mayo or not? Like, we already know they just need new head coach and GM. But is Aaron Rodgers going to retire? Is this his last year as a Jet? So many things happening with this division, guys. That's what we focus every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch the AFC East guys every Wednesday at 8 a.m. Yes, this is a normal one, but we're in the holidays, dang it. Every Wednesday at 8 a.m. you can catch it. And also, too, every Wednesday night, guys, you can catch League Wide Wednesday when we discuss the entire NFL, ladies and gentlemen, the entire NFL. Every other day, you've got Miss Fins at 8 a.m. Eastern, ladies and gentlemen. That's 8 a.m. Eastern, providing you news for the Dolphins and the NFL, guys. So always stay tuned. Always check it out. We got awesome stuff for you. We got a brand new year. You see the new layout, guys. Poof, upbringing, getting the production of the show higher. I'm better. So thank you guys. Appreciate y'all. And we're gonna continue to do this, guys. Love you. Take care. And if you haven't done so, again, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Let everybody else know. Because guess what? It's a new year. I'm happy to be here. Super blessed, super excited, guys. Take care. And I will catch you tomorrow. For guess what? We do every game like we do every single Friday, unless we play on a Thursday. You're going to come and catch us, guys, for the game preview. Miami Dolphins at the Jets, where we deep dive. Talk about the different matchups, what to expect for the game. Come check that out. That'll be tomorrow, Friday, guys. Tomorrow, Friday, we have that show showing up for you guys. So go ahead, check it out. You're going to like it. I promise. Okay? So go check that out. Thank you so much, guys. And I will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Take care. Happy New Year's and be blessed, guys. Bye-bye.